Can you hand that charger over there, please?
I'm live.
Right now? She's
Yeah.
trying, baby. Can you help her?
What?
I need my iPhone charger. Luna. Luna. Good job. Sorry. Hey, can you play that back up for me too, please?
Okay, you said I don't know.
Stop it. You have to ever put that fucking camera in my face.
Can you do this? I gotta.
I'm your wife, so if I ask you to do something, I expect you to say, babe, I got you. Honey, look at Dad's Dad is falling for me. After all these years, Dad is falling for me. Well, thank you, babe. After all these years, you're still falling for me? Oh, honey, remember the other day, babe? You're live right now.
Yeah. Huh?
You're live right now.
I am live right now.
Oh, you are? Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I just got the notification right now.
Yeah. Where's Mona?
I can't watch it live.
Hey, can you make Cora a moderator since you're a moderator?
I don't think you have to.
Okay.
It isn't time for you guys. It's time for her and Bella.
We're about to get it going here, guys. Just getting everything together. Fight ended kind of late, so about to jump in the lab and get it going. Hey, what's up? What up, what up, what up? Let me shine some light on this whole event. About to get going here, guys. What's cracking? Like we got 7 in here already, huh? Let's get it. What do you guys think of the new color on the backdrop? Welcome in, everybody. So the Canelo fight just ended. I thought it was a good fight. I don't really watch boxing much anymore. Usually it's just a couple of celebrity idiots. So shout out to both of those guys, man. They both did their thing. Canelo just had the experience on his side, you know, and he was patient and handled business. But I want to see him fight Benavidez next. It seemed like he was kind of ducking that in the interview at the end, but he's a good fighter. He's been killing it for a while. So, what do you guys think? You guys check it out. What are your thoughts on the fight? I think I'm going to start paying a little more attention to boxing and stuff like that. Kind of moved away from all that stuff. All I do is watch football when it's football season. So what's everybody up to tonight? Where are you guys checking in from? And what do you think of the red backdrop? Thought I'd switch it up a little. That's right, Texas in the house. Sad boy Maz says from Denmark. Shout out to Denmark. Did Gunky call you back? He said you were goated. I don't know what that means. Ian. Bakersfield in the house. What's up, Lou? Yeah, definitely a good fight. Thank you. Hey, what's up, Hellfire Paintball? How you doing tonight? It'd be better if it was blue, huh? I don't do colors. Thanks, sad boy. I appreciate it. Chris Luna says GOAT equals greatest of all time. Yeah. Ian Ackerman. I appreciate that. Shout out to you. Hope you're doing well tonight. So yeah, we caught the fight. Good fight. I thought it was a really good fight. It just looked like uh, Canelo outclassed him basically in the fight. Like he was a lot more comfortable. His punches did more damage. And who's Gunky? Ian? Yeah, I don't know who Gunky is. But yeah, Canelo did his thing, you know. Hopefully he'll sign that contract to fight Benavides, and we'll see what's up. A lot of people are saying that Canelo's ducking him, and like Canelo even said, he's the top dog in that weight class, so he can pretty much do what he wants. And I guess you could say he's right, but if he wants to make that money, which they all, that's the whole reason for doing it, right? Is to get paid. But maybe he's thinking long game here, and if he were to get beat by Benavides, then maybe that might affect his money in the long term. But I don't know how much longer, he's going to be doing it. I mean, he's been around for a while already. Definitely enjoyed the fight, though. After the Garcia fight, with all that holding and everything, it really didn't excite me that much. But this one, they were throwing him until the end. So, like I said, shout out to both of those guys. They showed what professional boxing should look like. So what's everybody up to tonight? I meant to get on live a little bit earlier, but so prior to that. So yeah, definitely a great fight though. Yeah, special. Drinking, smoking in here. So yeah, just tapping in with everybody. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Check out my playlist. I got 200 videos up already, and I'm sure you'll find something in there that you would enjoy. A lot of war stories, incarceration stories, prison stories, and my road to redemption. Getting sober and maintaining that. So now just trying to enjoy life, Yeah, jail does suck, Chris. I agree. A good friend of mine, Juan, I was talking to him a couple days ago, and he may pop up in the chat here at some point. We were talking a couple days ago, and he said something, that I really liked, and basically what it was real simple. It was, why not us? And what he meant by that was, like I'm doing the YouTube thing and everything, and I look at some of these channels that have tons and tons of subscribers, and he said, why can't we do things like that? Like, he's not into the YouTube thing, but just talking about general success in life, and why not us? Why not? If you, I feel like if you work hard for stuff, then Q says 5 million you stepping in the cage with Prime Tyson. Absolutely. Absolutely. So what's up, Cora? Wait. Looks like somebody got booted already. Wow. Here they come. What's up, son? I see Joel's in the chat. Ten Q says, heck yeah, send 10 Tysons in there with me for 5 mil. Man, I know my worth at this point in my life, man. House of Oddity says, good morning from Plymouth, England. Shout out to Plymouth, England. Hope you're doing well, House of Oddity. Appreciate you tapping in. Yeah, we're touching on the fight a little bit tonight, and uh, the theme, the new theme is why not us? You know, we want to have the type of success some others have. Why not us? You know, I mean, why not me? Why not you? All right, Joel, don't start. I'll have to send you to your room, buddy. What is it about England you don't like? What did England ever do to you, Joel? Come on, buddy. Tell us about it. Therapy session. I don't like it when my team plays international games in England because then they're on at 9 o'clock in the morning. That really sucks, you know? But yeah, I think so. So is that what, are we doing therapy tonight or what? Show me on the map, Joel, where England hurt you. Uh-oh, House of Oddity says it's starting up already. Oh, Lord. Yeah, so the thing is, oh, she says you're going to watch Tom's roast tomorrow. Yeah, they're doing a roast of Tom Brady tomorrow. Yeah, I think we'll more than likely be tapping in for that with Cat Williams and a bunch of other people. So that sounds like it might be fun to check out. I mean, it's not football season right now, so, you know, everybody play nice in here, okay? Can't we all just get along? New England chowder. Yeah, Sexy Latina says, I'm definitely watching Brady's roast. Yeah, we'll be checking that out for sure. So, but I think no diddying. I love the name. Says, what do you do? I'm a truck driver. I'm a truck driver slash part-time YouTuber, I guess. Uh, you know, my channel is based on sobriety and getting clean. I tell stories of where my addiction took me, and you can check out my playlist. Like, I've been to just about every county jail in Southern California, been to prison, been basically homeless. Yeah, you know, it's been a wild life. I've been clean. I'm coming on 20 years now. But yeah, it's my stories of that basically. That's what this channel is about. And, you know, my real job, if you will, is truck driving. It pays the bills. Now, on the why not us topic, if this channel were to blow up, then who knows? So, Chris Luna says, I'm from SoCal, moved away from the crazy Ants, Texas life. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm in SoCal too. So, I've been reaching out to some other YouTubers trying to see if maybe I could get an interview or something with their channels to get my channel a little bit more exposure. But, uh, you know, so far, like I did an interview with 16 to Life with Chill, and that went well. Uh, you can, if you haven't checked out 16 to Life's channel, check him out. He did 24 years in prison. He does a lot of interviews with people that have, like prison genre based, basically. Still think about using even. No Diddying says, do you still think about using even after all this time? I don't think about using per se, but what I do is I keep my circle really tight. And if there's somebody new in the circle, if I have any suspicion whatsoever that they're using, something that I had issues with, then I cut them off real quick. I don't allow myself to get into situations where, it could be in front of me, basically. So that's one of the best defense mechanisms I have when it comes to protecting my sobriety. So yeah, I appreciate the question. So yeah, it was a good fight. Seemed like Canelo. I keep calling him Canelo. His power punches were a lot more effective in that fight, and I'm looking forward to his next fight. Like I said, I hope he gets Benavides. I hope I'm saying his name right. Yeah, that's what it was, Chris. Yeah, coming up on 20 years off of that as well. Congratulations on that. That's great that you quit that and stayed off of that. That's really awesome. It's a tough one to beat, and thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's when that stuff's got a hold of you. Ooh wee, you know. So getting a little bit of time under your belt. Well, that's not a little bit of time. That's a lot of time under your belt. That's great. And yeah, that's honestly the most important thing for me is maintaining that because I know I actually did a video on that. If I were to relapse today, you can go back to my playlist and check that out. I think it's under War Stories. I kind of outline what my life would look like if I were to relapse today. And, I'm very brutally honest about that because, every time I've used, it always ends up in handcuffs. So, what's up, Mr. Tahoe? How you doing tonight? So yeah, that's a good one to check out. If you're new on here, definitely subscribe and check out my playlist. And smash that like button while you're in here if you would. I'd really appreciate that. So Asian Sensation says Jake Paul gonna put Mike Tyson to sleep. If it's a money thing, maybe I don't know. I mean, he is 30 years older, but oh, that's cool, Mr. Tahoe. He says I'm doing great. I'm in recovery too, brother. That's great. That's what my that's what this one of the things this channel is based on is recovery, and it's just it's tough. I wish I knew. If I knew back then what I know now, I would have definitely went a different way. But then my life I wouldn't be who I am today. So I mean, everything happens for a reason. But no Diddying says I used to pop pills, and it's been 2 years. I still think about popping a pill often, but I don't. So I ask, does that feeling ever go away? Go on, no Diddying. Uh, as the thing is, we tend to romance the addiction and think about the good times, but what we fail to do is consider the bad times. And in a lot of my videos, I talk about playing the tape all the way through. That's real important. If you were ever bad with addiction, think about the times that weren't so good. Because, you always think about the parties and all the good times, but we tend to suppress those types of memories. And it's important to my recovery, anyways, to uh, think about where it took me. So yeah, that's a great question, and it does get easier as you go. Chris Luna says he's old, but Tyson's still a beast. He will only lose from stamina defeat. Yeah, could be a possibility. Definitely. Mr. Tahoe says I was homeless 8 years straight, and for 3 years I've paid rent, kept a job, and I'm doing great. That is awesome. Congrats on that. I remember when I first got out of prison, like I really enjoyed paying bills. Maybe I was a little delusional, but like working for my money, honest money, not having to worry about, am I coming back home tonight or am I going to end up, in jail? So, yeah, that's awesome. Q says, I think you're a perfect picture of having a record and going through addiction doesn't mean that your life isn't over and you can get out of that life and give yourself better. I totally agree, Q. Mr. Tahoe says, some say it takes half the time you spent on the drug. Yeah, it's learning new behaviors, right? Because, depending on how long, let me speak for me. Uh, I was addicted for 20 plus years and I lived a certain way for 20 plus years. And, I had to change a lot of stuff, down to the simplest things. Like my wife has always been big on, like, as a perfect example, like we're at the grocery store, like telling the cashier, hey, I have waters on the bottom of the cart. Like, I never wanted to do that, but, now I do. And, it's little simple tweaks like that made a difference for me. Uh, but I'm not sure if that's drugs or a broken heart. Let me see. It could be both, I guess, huh? Cora says, I agree with Q. Being a little good. Okay. Integrity is very important, I think. Oh, is it? It's blurry? Yeah, definitely, Mr. Tahoe. Sad boy says, I'm an alcoholic. Do you know how to quit? I would suggest maybe finding an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting would be a good starting point. You know, uh, Getting around other people that are sober would definitely help.
Yeah, if something's going on with your life, everything is like a wavy pattern, kind of blurry. So your
Is it?
life's
Okay. Okay, we just got booted out and back in. Is that any better? Guys, if you could let me know if the reception is any better. Let me see if I got the Wi-Fi on also. Yeah, it could be. That's better? Okay, great. Thanks. Yeah. So, yeah, no problem, sad boy. It's just a matter of making a decision that you want to change in your life, to be honest with you, bro. If, they say it in the meetings, if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, it's kind of cliche, but, uh, once you decide you want to make a change, then it's just a matter of hooking up with the right people and, change can happen. So I wish you the best of luck with that, though. Uh, it's hard to change. Yeah, no, I hear you, sad boy. Yeah, if I would say if you think you're ready and you're looking for something different, yeah, find a meeting, maybe get a sponsor. Like I did that early on. Total discrepancy. I don't do meetings anymore, but I took everything from the program that I needed. I worked the steps and all that stuff, and now I kind of run my own program as far as that goes. But I very busy between work and trying to put out a YouTube video here and there, and like I said, the circle is real small. So, I just, everything I do is to keep myself occupied. And, idle hands will really get you messed up, So, but you can do it. You definitely can do it. I believe in you. So Mr. Tall says, I'm out of here. Nice to meet you, Bobby, and your subscribers. I subscribe and hope to help your channel grow. I appreciate that, Mr. Tall. Shout out to you and best of luck to you, bud. Man, it is once I stopped my whole life, changed. I don't have friends anymore. Low-key lonely. I'm not the same person anymore. Are you going to meetings and stuff? Mr. Tall says, how long ago did you hit 1K subscribers? That was about probably a month ago, maybe. It was like towards the end of last month, actually, a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, the channel's been growing very well, and shout out to you guys for that. I appreciate that. Joel says, have you ever considered counseling teenagers on the street who are into gangs and drugs? I actually went to school to be a drug and alcohol counselor, Joel, and my initial objective was to work in the prison system in California. And what happened was they did prison reform right as I was finishing up my schooling and threw a monkey wrench and everything. I wanted to go work at Corcoran in the substance abuse program. But they did prison reform and killed the job. So, it didn't end up happening. But, I have a lot of knowledge on that stuff. I'm not continuing education on that or anything because I'm a truck driver now. But, I come on here and do this. What's going on, buddy? Are you working? So, yeah, make sure you guys smash that like button while you're in here. Like I said, if you're new to the channel, subscribe and check out my playlist. I have like 200 and something videos. So, spoken to anyone ever about addiction, and I randomly pick on live videos by accident. Well, I appreciate that. No diddying. I'm glad you stopped by. Subscribe to the channel. You know what I mean? And check out the content. Like I try to put out the best message I possibly can. Sad Boy says, amazing man. Hopefully I'll get on your level one day. I appreciate that, Sad Boy. Yeah, definitely. Like you can do this, bro. Meetings and I like the format, even though I wasn't a drinker. Yeah, absolutely. Faith to faith says I just subscribed as well. Appreciate you. Shout out to you. Be sure to hit that like button while you're in here. It really helps to get us out into the algorithm. Like I said, the channel's growing, and we're just trying to see where this will go. So, but I appreciate everybody's support. Honestly, my first video is still up. It was a fitness video. I appreciate that. No diddying. You subbed. It's good stuff. But yeah, if you go back and look at my first video I made about 8 months ago, I was like such a nervous wreck in front of this camera. So like I feel like I've come a long ways, and we're coming up on a year. I think it's the end of May. So let me see. Faith to faith. Yeah, I seen that you just subscribed. I appreciate that. Faith to faith. That's good stuff. Thank you. Sad Boy says, I'm nervous just chatting. It's all right. You're in here though, and like I said, the thing is, like, you can go to an AA or an NA meeting. You don't have to say anything. Like, you can just go in there and sit down and listen to the message. And as you grow more comfortable, if you want to share your experience, then you can absolutely do that. So you know that would definitely be a good thing. But I appreciate you in here, and I appreciate you sharing with us. So a little something, huh? I think, especially if it's I completely understand that what you're saying, sad boy. Being around people, it still bothers me. You know, um, like we took my daughter out to, well, we went to dinner with my daughter tonight. It was her birthday yesterday, and you know, just being in a crowded restaurant gives me anxiety. Like I don't like it, but you can build up to things. So, but it all starts, just one day at a time. That's in the early days. Like sometimes it's 1 hour at a time. Like I'm gonna get through this hour, and we'll see what happens the next hour, kind of thing. Like you take it minute by minute if you have to. Like it's can be rough at first, and sometimes you need to get into residential treatment. Honestly, depending on how bad things are, because there could be side effects with withdrawal. And Mr. Tao, I agree. I can't. I hate Walmart. Like I need to know where all my exits are at, and like I'm so wary of movements of people and stuff. Like, oh my God, it drives me crazy. I said, I heard you wanted to grow your channel, and I'm a member of Kiki, Kiki Prime, baby. She has an awesome sobriety love story. Okay. Uh, Chris Brown. Oh boy, here we go. What made me quit was my heart pounding from uppers. I was over. Sorry, I'm not laughing at what you're saying there, Chris. It was one of the other comments. But yeah, like for me, honestly, what made me quit was I ended up missing my son's first birthday in prison. And, I missed a lot of stuff with my girls earlier in their life as well. And, it's just so much wasted time, so much downtime being incarcerated. And, all the bull that comes with being incarcerated. But, luckily I had a really good woman that stood by me, and, I was able to work through it. Yeah, I hear you, sad boy. Yeah, it seems like if I go to the store by myself, like I'm in and out like record time. I don't want to be in there. I don't want to be around people, especially with all the stuff that's been happening. Not so much recently, but you know, Chris Luna says, "Do you miss the bologna sandwiches?" That's one thing I don't miss. I will not eat bologna to this day. It could be the only thing in the fridge, and top ramen too, like spreads and stuff. Nope. Yeah, I can't do it. Once in a great while, I'll eat a top ramen and make it into like a spread type of thing. But like that, it's not. I am not a fan of that. Oh yeah, faith to faith to faith. Like I actually did an interview with my daughter, the one whose birthday just passed, uh, and you can go check that one out. That's a two-parter about, how my addiction affected her life, you know. Hey, it was nice chopping it up with you too. No diddying. Have a great night. Appreciate you stopping by. I be seeing people making spreads on the net, and it's the last thing I want to see. Yeah, no, I agree. No diddying. It's funny. Some of the guys I work with, we had a potluck a couple years ago, and people brought different things like fast food, like a Caesar's pizza type of thing, and some of the guys said, "Hey, make a spread, Bobby. Show us how it's done." So I whipped a little something together, and I brought it, just to show them what it was. And like I was never the best at making spreads in there, you know what I mean? Like I liked it when other people cooked, but uh, everybody had a bite or two of that stuff. When you have free world food, like why would you want to eat that crap, I mean, if you are in there and you are starving, then yeah, absolutely, it's great. It's fantastic when you're locked up. You know what I mean? When you don't have the option of In and Out or Taco Bell or McDonald's or pizza, you know what I mean? So, I came on here and I troll a lot, but I really appreciate your raw honesty, OG. I really enjoy your content and your lives. Before you know it, you will be a 5,000 followers and more. Hey, I appreciate that, Joel. Uh, Shout out to you, bro. Like you keep it live in here sometimes, so I appreciate that. Brought nothing with me. And that's No Diddying says when I left jail, I left everything in there. I brought nothing with me, and that's some spreads. Yeah, that's Sad Boy says keep grinding, boss. I appreciate you, Sad Boy. Chris Luna says I troll too, but not right now. I appreciate that. And you know what? Sometimes the trolls make these lives wild. I mean, as long as you're not getting like all obscene or, like super offensive, like, I don't mind it much. Like if you, get too far out of line, then, my moderator will just book you. But, this is I think this channel's been a really good thing. Respect to you as well, Chris. I appreciate you. So, I mean, sometimes like I get out of work at 3 in the morning, I drive home an hour, and then I'll put a video out. Is that right, King D? Hey, mods, go ahead and handle him, would you? You run these nuts. Here we go. No one takes me out. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, here we go. Hasta luego, King D. King DC Long says King is being a princess. Yeah, I think King needs some attention. You guys want to give him a little attention in the chat? Oh no, did King just go away? Oh, that's too bad. One minute timeout. Good job, Cora. All right, sounds good, Mona. Appreciate it. Oh, yesterday was Ramona's birthday as well. If anybody wants to wish her a happy birthday, her Cash App is up in the description. I don't usually ask for stuff like that, but if anybody's been rocking for us for a while and maybe wants to bless her, her Cash App is up. So, bro got RoboCopped. Queen, what? Queen D is mad. Megan says I subscribed. Appreciate that. Don't put baby in the corner, says Faith to Faith to Faith. Yeah, if you're new in here, definitely subscribe to the channel. Check out the playlist. I have over 200 videos, and I'm sorry to hear that, Megan. That's Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Q says King just wanted to be in timeout like it was his king. Wow. So yeah, like I said, if you're new in here, subscribe. The channel's about sobriety, basically. I tell war stories to kind of give you an idea of where addiction took me. It took me down some rabbit holes that I don't wish on anybody. So, I tell those stories not to glamorize the life or anything like that. It's just to let you know if you're messing with substance, it don't end well. It really don't. Now with the Fenny and all that stuff coming across, like a lot of people are dying. So good job, Cora. So yeah, that's what this stuff is about. Caught the fight earlier about Canelo. I hope he fights Benavides next. Barely ate, and he also barely ate. And he also very buried. He also barely drank. Miradiatov says, we're not going to go there. I think Q says, I think King D's uncle is P. Diddy. Wow. He should be running his own life then, if that's the case, I don't know if you're trolling or not there. King D says, no, Cora, stop bullying me. I've been a sub since 200 subscribers. I appreciate that, King D, if you have. The thing is, as long as you don't get too far out of line, you'll be all right, You start trying to hog up the whole chat, though, then you got to get a little time out, What's up, Taz? Cora has spoken. I guess that's what happens when you challenge the mods. Let's see, did I miss anything? I appreciate you rocking with us, King D. If you've been here since 200 subs, that's cool. I'm glad you apologized to your children. My dad and I had a chance to reconcile before he passed last year. My mom is leaving soon and doesn't remember all her drunken times. Wow. So, yeah, that's, the thing is, part of the reason I started this channel, Faith to Faith to Faith, is like both of my parents are gone, and our relationships weren't the greatest, and I wish I could talk to them sometimes. So part of the reason I started this channel was when I'm gone, my kids can go back and see these videos, you know what I mean? So Danica Camillo says, actual question, don't ban me. What are your thoughts on 9/11? Oh man, I could do a whole video on 9/11. Like I really went down that rabbit hole for a while. It in a nutshell, on 9/11, the black box got destroyed when it hit the building, but paper passports didn't. That's interesting, you know? It's like Sexy Latina says, my husband is here to discuss certain things, so if you need cheering, Megan, find it elsewhere. That's the wife, guys. If it's spoken, don't come at her with disrespectful replies to the comment. Yeah, so yeah, we talked a little bit about the fight. I have some new content coming, probably in the morning. King D, kick back. That's my daughter, and she's got a man and kids. Yeah, Q has spoken. That's his wife. So yeah, I'll have some new content dropping. It's all good. Some new content probably dropping in the morning. I'll probably do a live either tomorrow night or Monday night, just depending on how the day goes. Got to get some gym time in. Got some things I need to take care of. But yeah, I'm going to be working on some new content, so be on the lookout for that. Like I said, if you're new here, subscribe to the channel. Check out my playlist. There are 200 plus videos up right now that you can check out on my war stories of where addiction took me and some of the things I did to change my life. So it's a family thing, bro. The mantra is family, fitness, and freedom. All three are the most important things in my life. So starting with family, obviously. So yeah, they're all a big part of this. Appreciate that, Q. So yeah, we're moving forward with the channel. Like I said, I'll probably get back on. I'm going to probably shut it down at about an hour because I still got some things to do this evening, even though it's getting late. But yeah, so we touched on the fight. What else did we touch on? Oh, the why not us thing, right? You know, the thing is, we can, if we put our minds to it, there's a lot of stuff that we can do. There's not much we can't do, right? So, you know, if we want to be successful, we just got to put the work in, you know? Timothy Mendez says, I got sober back in January of 2018. AA and NA couldn't help fill the void in my heart until I gave my life to Christ. Yeah, that's good. That's good. And congratulations on getting sober in 2018. That's awesome. Congrats on that, Timothy. Humble to Rumble says, why you broke, Bobby? I was broke. I'm not broke anymore. That's Broken Bobby's transformation, right? It's all about the transformation. And I was addicted to drugs for a long time, though. That's the broke part. And I was incarcerated a lot. Was all over the place. Homeless at times. Like, you know, those drugs took me down a really bad path. But, you know, I came out of it. And the message that I try to convey to people through my stories is look how bad of a situation I was in, and now I'm not anymore, you know, like there, you can come back from it. So, you know, if you're new, welcome. Make sure you guys smash that like button while you're in here, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. You know, I have a playlist up on you know you know, you can check out my stories about that stuff. You know, when you're stuck in your addiction, uh, you know, it seems like the whole world's coming down on you, but you know, there's a better way. You can get out of it. And you know, there's several avenues you can go down. Now, you don't need to go humble to rumble. You see the last comment there? Um, yeah, there's ways out of it though, you know? Like it's always darkest before the dawn, you know? So, you know, if you're dealing with some stuff, you know, find a meeting or something. Uh, you know, talk to somebody that's not in that lifestyle. Because, you know, if you're looking for advice from people that are doing the same thing, then no, it's okay, Cora. Uh, then you know you don't want to get advice on sobriety from somebody that's not sober, right? You know what I mean? It's just like, you know, King D says I've been drinking and sniffing every day while I was, and my money was taking a hit, but it always around me, and I have no other way to make money since I've been doing this since 16. I'm 30 now. Sounds very similar to my story, King D. You know, like I started out young and I felt the same way. Uh, but you know, find something you like to do, King D. You know what I mean? As far as work goes, uh, you know, I'll tell you something with that, King D. I felt the same exact way when I was hustling and using, and you know, I felt like I wouldn't have any money if I got a legit job. But the thing is, I was saving so much money on my habit that you know it ended up working out. So there's definitely a way, bro. You know you can work around there. You know. Chevelle Belair says I'm clean of carga and water, aka peanut butter. Now a little weed whiskey, but gym is my meditation. Yeah, the gym definitely helps. You know. Chris says come to Texas. I think he's talking to King D. Be an oil filled roughneck we were hiring. Yeah, those are good jobs. Like you're gonna work your ass off, but you'll make some good money. You know. Q says sometimes you can't appreciate what you have unless you haven't had. I think that you value what you have so much no more because of your struggles, or you have so much more because of your struggles. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the thing is, when the money was easy, it was easy come, easy go. You know. Now uh, it's you know, everything is earned, so everything is very valued. You know, when I was making money hand over fist in the streets, you know, it's nothing to throw a few $100 this way or that way, and you know, it didn't matter, right? Because I knew I'd get it back. But now, you know, life's a little different now. That's a great statement, Timothy. He says, you know, getting clean and sober is just a using problem. When you stop is when you got to deal with the real problems and who you are as a person. You know what? And I say that in my videos a lot, that you know, getting high or getting drunk is, it pacifies the problem for a while, but you still have the problem when you get sober. Now you just have a hangover or you're coming down. So yeah, that's a great statement, Timothy. I appreciate that. Stumbled across your channel. Yeah, I'm an Army brat, West Germany, 1968. God blessings to you, and I'll pray that God deliver you from nicotine as well. I appreciate that comment. Faith to faith to faith. Yeah, if like I said, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. Check out my playlist. I got tons of videos up on a lot of different adventures I went down while under the influence of something, right? So, I'm hoping that I can help some people to not have to do it the hard way like I did. I hurt a lot of people. I disappointed a lot of people, and now I'm doing the best I can to make up for that. So, Chris Luna says you're blessed to have a supportive family, Bobby. Yeah, most definitely am. I'm so thankful for them. Because Dennis Martinez says tank. Are we on the Tank Abbott thing again? Yeah. King D says, I'll find a way. It's slowly happening now. Anyways, I ain't using and I ain't pushing as much. I'm just worried about stopping and going broke, but work something out. Hard to get a job when you have. Now, I completely understand that as well, King D. Like my first job out of prison, I was,
We're getting ready to go home, so then I can go on.
okay, I'm about to get off. Sorry about the interruption, guys. My first job out of prison, that's the dog. Sorry, guys. I was, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Liberty Tax, but I was at Liberty on the corner of Baseline and Waterman in San Bernardino, which is a pretty rough area. I was wearing a blue dress and wiggling a sign all day for the tax place. You basically find something and you build from there, so yeah, that's the best advice I could get is find a job, any job, and hold on to that job until you can get a better job. And you just build from there until you get to the job where you're happy, or if you're not happy, at least you're making enough money to get by, So I think with that, we're going to wrap it up for the night, guys. I'll try to get back on here again tomorrow night. So I appreciate you guys tapping in. Like I said, if you're new to the channel, subscribe. I appreciate that. Faith to faith to faith. Yeah, subscribe to the channel. Check out the playlist. Like I said, there's a bunch of videos and all the rabbit holes I went down while I was under the influence. And I appreciate it. Solid Tank. And, remember, like I always say at the end, don't look at the mountain. Just start climbing. Have a good night, guys. I'll tap in with you guys tomorrow.